expedited. Medicine procurement unaffected by currency fluctuation. Good evening and salam Madani. You're watching Malaysia Tonight. I'm Mohana Priya. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim has requested that all maintenance and improvement projects at the entry points into the country, including airports and ports, be expedited to accommodate the increase in the arrival of foreign tourists. He said facilities at the entry points into the country needed to be efficient and improved to avoid congestion, like at certain airports such as Tawau, Sabah and Pulau Pinang. The Premier said upgrading work of the Aerotrain services at the Kuala Lumpur International Airport, KLIA, should also be completed quickly.
Kemudian bukan saja di Kota Kinabalu, Kuching, Pulau Pinang, Alor, Kota Baru, sekarang sampai ke Tawau. Jumlah pelancong yang ke Tawau dan Tawau seperti kita tahu, lapangan terbang itu kecil, tidak dirangka untuk mendapat pelancongan dari luar negara. Kalau kita dapat bertanggungjawab dari itu, kita harus percepatkan. Tak boleh nak siap baik di airport dalam biasa itu 3-4 tahun, tak boleh.
Datuk Seri Anwar, who is also the Minister of Finance, said the authorities at the affected locations undergoing maintenance or repair need to consult the Transport and Finance Ministry to expedite the work. However, he said the process to speed up the projects in question must be according to stipulated procedures. The Premier expressed the need for the synergy between ministries and agencies to be intensified to ensure the country's tourism industry, covering various interrelated elements such as service, safety, convenience and attractions, remains competitive. The government has set a maximum fare of RM599 for a one-way economy class flight from the peninsula to Sabah, Sarawak and Labuan, applicable for travel 3 days before Hari Raya Aidilfitri. Transport Minister Anthony Loke said that this initiative was part of the government's efforts to assist people in travelling back to their hometowns for the upcoming festive season. Loke said those who buy airplane tickets early may get a cheaper price. However, in the event of ticket shortages, prices may surge and any increase exceeding RM599 will be covered by government subsidies within the 3-day period. He told this to reporters after officiating the groundbreaking ceremony for a new school building in Jelebu today. The Transport Minister added that certain airlines may offer fixed prices for particular night flights and provide additional flights. Loke, however, said that the ministry would seek the views of all parties, including the Minister in the Prime Minister's Department for Religious Affairs, to determine the exact date of Aidilfitri before finalising the implementation of the maximum ticket price. Now, the current depreciation of the Malaysian ringgit only has minimal impact on the procurement and purchase of medicine from abroad. Health Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Zulkifli Ahmad said this is because the ministry has implemented hedging methods to avoid conducting medicine acquisitions at high prices.
Jadi kita beli awal, kita lock in awal. Jadi oleh kerana itu walaupun hari ini mungkin dalam sehari dua ni kita mata wang kita menjunam atau sedikit mengurang, tetapi kita sebenarnya berbayar dengan bayaran harga lebih awal yang kita telah lock in dulu. Ini cara kita untuk kita elakkan daripada terkena akibat apa yang dikatakan sebagai fluctuation.
He said this to reporters after the handing over of the Tanjung Karang Dental Clinic construction project to the Health Ministry today. The ministry is also selective in importing medicine from other countries and instead makes a priority for locally made products. On the other hand, Datuk Seri Dr. Zulkifli also said the current low exchange rates also have a positive impact, especially on the medical tourism sector. This could benefit the country as more patients from abroad will seek healthcare treatment in the country due to reduced costs on foreign end. Now, the sharing of latest innovations and sustainable practices in the farming industry will be put on exhibition in the Pakar Pertanian Expo 2024, set to take place on the 1st till 3rd of March. Now, this exhibition this year, which is its second time running, will involve over 200 participants from numerous countries, including Vietnam, China, Australia, and the United States. Throughout the exhibition, 70 seminar sessions will be held covering various topics such as agricultural technology, agritourism, cyclic economy, as well as management of supply chains. Also highlighted will be the Clinic Ladang program, which offers free consultation services for visitors. Furthermore, the Farm to Store program has been improved as an online marketing platform for the use of farmers and field managers alike. Agriculture and Food Security Minister Datuk Sri Mohammad Sabu is also scheduled to officiate the event that will take place in the Malaysia Agro Exposition Park Serdang, MAEBS. Visitors' entry to the exhibition is free of charge. More than 200,000 people have benefited from the nationwide implementation of 131 series of Madani cooperative sales since last year. Entrepreneur and Cooperative Development Minister Dato' Iwan Benedict said that the program offered daily necessities at discounted rates with prices reduced by up to 20%. For this purpose, more than 4.1 million ringgit has been allocated through price incentives under Entrepreneur and Cooperative Development Ministry, or KUSKOP, Cooperatives Commission of Malaysia (SKM), and the Cooperative Education Trust Fund (KWAPD). He said this in a speech at the launch of the KUSKOP Mega Madani Entrepreneur and Sales Carnival 2024 at the Simpang Empat Farmers Market in Perlis today. According to Dato' Iwan, Madani cooperative sales had also been instrumental in benefiting over 221 cooperatives and entrepreneurs across the country. Meanwhile, speaking to reporters after the launching ceremony, the minister said his ministry, through agencies such as the Kun Nasional, SKM, Bank Rakyat, SME Bank and SME Corporation Malaysia, had channeled 12,433,960 ringgit in financing aid to qualified entrepreneurs and cooperatives in Perlis. He also expressed confidence the initiative will be able to complement the government's efforts in developing entrepreneurs and cooperatives nationwide. The Human Resources Ministry will focus more on improving the skills of employees this year by providing technical and skills training so that their productivity can be increased. Its Minister Stephen Sim Chi Keong said that the ministry's focus is to help workers improve their skills while at the same time wanting to ensure workers get a better salary.
Kerajaan secara keseluruhannya telah memperuntukkan 6.8 bilion ringgit untuk latihan-latihan kemahiran khusus TVET. Jadi antaranya kementerian utama yang akan melaksanakan program latihan ini adalah Kementerian Sumber Manusia. Jadi kita nak melatih supaya memberikan kemahiran yang lebih baik kepada pekerja kita agar mereka produktiviti boleh meningkat. Dengan adanya pensijilan dan kemahiran yang lebih baik, mereka akan mendapat gaji dan upah yang lebih tinggi.
Sim said that the ministry also worked hard to strengthen and develop human resources in the country, as well as the commitment to succeed in its threefold focus centres on fortifying welfare, enhancing skills and boosting overall workforce productivity. Coming up in our business segment, Perak to focus on physical projects costing 1.2 billion ringgit this year. Now, Perak is focusing on the implementation of 359 physical projects with a total allocation of 1.28 billion ringgit under Rolling Plan 4, RP4, of the state's 12th Malaysia Plan this year. Its Menteri Besar Datuk Sri Saarani Mohamad said this included major projects such as the supply of equipment, information and communication technology equipment, purchase of buildings, new construction, maintenance and land acquisition. Meanwhile, as many as 63 other projects amounting to 267 million ringgit are non-physical projects that cover fund financing, ICT programs, research and training programs. Yesterday, he chaired the Perak State Development Action Council meeting, together with the heads of state and federal departments, which aim to strengthen the implementation of monitoring of federal development projects in Perak so that they run according to the set timeline. Among those discussed was the latest development of federal projects under RP4 12MP in Perak this year, involving 422 programs or development projects with a total allocation of 1.55 billion ringgit. Sime Darby Property Berhad is closely monitoring the effects on the depreciating ringgit towards construction material costs and ensuring that any rise can be brought under control. Its Group Managing Director, Dato' Azmi American, said that the impact on currency exchange rates will surely be felt due to raw materials in construction being imported, leading to changes in the business margin.
So I hope the macroeconomics remains stable. If you look at the outlook of the ringgit from the reports that was just out a couple of days ago, it seems rather positive that the ringgit will actually strengthen by the end of this year. If that happens, I don't think we will have the problem of passing prices or increasing prices.
Meanwhile, he said that the company is banking on good prospects continuing this year following the easing of interest rates in the United States and United Kingdom alongside a reinforcement of the labour market. Dato' Azmir further explained that the reduced interest rates would influence other monetary banks worldwide, indirectly reducing housing prices. Agrobank is targeting 200 entrepreneurs nationwide to participate in the Agrobank Upward Migration or AUM program in increasing business capacity to a better and more competitive level this year. Its President and Chief Executive Officer, Datuk Tengku Ahmad Badli Shah Raja Hussain, said that the main objective of the program was to identify and guide micro, small and medium-sized entrepreneurs to improve their businesses. He said the structured program for 12 months covers 4 training sessions, either physically or online, and 4 coaching sessions at the entrepreneurs' premises. Among the modules provided to entrepreneurs are the art of finance management, marketing, setting company targets, and corporate-style business management. Tengku Ahmad Badli Shah added that in Kelantan, 44 out of 55 companies participating in AUM recorded an increase in sales last year at 22.66 million ringgit. Apart from that, 6 companies have been successfully assisted in obtaining additional financing from Agrobank with a total amount of almost 2.5 million ringgit. Telekom Malaysia Berhad TM is now focused on evolving into a digital powerhouse by 2030, while positioning Malaysia as a digital hub for the region. Towards achieving its digital powerhouse aspiration or PWR 2030, its Group Chief Executive Officer Ammar Hussaini Madaris said that the group is focusing on 3 strategic anchors, namely Pioneer, Win and Revitalize. Ammar said Pioneer means TM aims to lead industry growth through digitalization and sustainability. For Win, it plans to maintain its leadership and infrastructure, delivering unparalleled connectivity through initiatives such as 5G and key government projects. Meanwhile, for revitalization, the group seeks to nurture people and innovation ecosystem, ensuring that talent is equipped for the challenges ahead. He noted that this year, TM will strive to protect their leadership in the core business and enhance beyond connectivity services for growth and customer stickiness. Meanwhile, in a filing with Bursa Malaysia recently, TM disclosed that its net profit surged 63.6% to 1.87 billion ringgit for the financial year ended 31st December 2023, from 1.14 billion ringgit in the financial year 2022 due to lower net finance cost and tax impact. Revenue rose to 12.26 billion ringgit in financial year 2023 from 12.12 billion ringgit previously, propelled by the strong performance of Unify and TM Global. A sustained investor confidence is set to see buying momentum persist on Bursa Malaysia next week, with market focus shifting towards banking counters as they prepare to unveil their 4th quarter results. Earnings in the banking sector in the quarter are expected to come in neutral to muted amid net interest margin pressure, higher operating expenditure as well as credit costs, among others. Head of Wealth Research and Advisory, designated portfolio manager at UOB, Kay Hian Wealth Advisors, Mohammad Sidek Jantan said, additionally, attention remains on China's February Purchasing Managers Index PMI, slated for release on Friday. Elsewhere, Rakuten Trade Sdn Bhd Ikuti Research Vice President Thong Pak Leng said, despite a pullback following a strong recent 20-month rally, the FBM KLCI retains a position above all the exponential moving averages. The market was mixed this week as healthy profit-taking dominates as players continuously cashed out some gains in stocks, rallying following their stellar earnings performance. The US Federal Open Market Committee, or FOMC's meeting minutes, which indicated a commitment to maintaining a hawkish stance, was another reason that contributed to the profit-taking activities. Weekly turnover jumped 18.6 billion units worth 13.51 billion ringgit from 12.23 billion units worth 8.61 billion ringgit in the preceding week. The main market volume, meanwhile, improved to 11.77 billion shares worth 12.15 billion ringgit from 7.83 billion shares worth 7.73 billion ringgit a week ago.
Meanwhile, crude palm oil CPO futures contract on Bursa Malaysia derivatives is likely to trade higher next week due to ongoing positive sentiment.
Palm oil trader David Ng said positive sentiment in the palm oil market is expected to continue to build up in the upcoming week, given the anticipation of lower production as market players await the latest output data. On the other hand, Interbank Group of Companies senior palm oil trader Jim Teh opined that profit-taking activities might also take place next week, owing to the current ringgit performance against the US dollar. For the week just ended, CPO futures were traded mixed in reaction to weaker export data amid output concerns and seasonal buying. Cargo surveyors' data showed exports of Malaysian palm oil products for 1st to the 29th February fell to 676,949 tonnes compared with 828,910 tonnes in the same period in January, a decrease of 151,961 tonnes or 18.3%. On a weekly basis, spot month March 2024 contract rose 59 ringgit to 3,969 ringgit a ton. April 2024 added 47 ringgit to 3,904 ringgit a ton, and May 2024 went up 44 ringgit to 3,853 ringgit a ton. June 2024 gained 49 ringgit to 3,794 ringgit a ton, while both July 2024 and August 2024 were 46 ringgit higher at 3,736 ringgit and 3,689 ringgit a ton, respectively. The physical CPO price for March, meanwhile, stood at 4,020 ringgit per ton, up 40 ringgit from 3,980 ringgit per ton last week.
Now, the uncertainties in both supply and demand will continue to influence the Malaysian rubber market in the upcoming week, which is expected to trade range-bound.
The Malaysian Rubber Glove Manufacturers Association's past president, Dennis Lau, said market players are expected to encounter problems of shortage amid the stocking up process due to inactivity and lower output by farmers amid the wet season in some regions. Meanwhile, another dealer said the local rubber market saw a price upsurge during the week just ended, with the standard Malaysian rubber SMR20 price on Thursday recording a new high since February 2022 in reaction to the worsening global natural rubber shortage. She said market operators will continue to monitor cues on the United States economy and further stimulus measures from China next week. On a weekly basis, the Malaysian Rubber Board's reference price for SMR20 ended 28 cent higher at 756 cent kilogram on Friday compared to 728 cent in the previous week, while latex in bulk added 8.5 cent to 693.5 cent from 685 cent previously. As at 5 p.m. on Friday, the MRB's reference price for physical rubber SMR20 stood at 759.5 cent per kg, while latex in bulk was at 695.5 cent per kilogram.
And the ringgit is expected to trade in the same range of between 4.76 and 4.77 against the US dollar next week, as the greenback is expected to continue its uptrend.
Bank Muamalat Malaysia Berhad Chief Economist Dr. Muhammad Afzal Nizam Abdul Rashid said the market sentiment is weak, leading to a higher US dollar. Commenting further, Dr. Muhammad Afzal Nizam said it remains to be seen whether the US dollar index can climb further. But the prevailing data points seem to suggest there are still legs for the US dollar to rise further. For the week just ended, the ringgit traded mostly lower against the US dollar due to the United States' cautious monetary policy of not cutting interest rates for now, and concerns over China's growth. Against other major currencies, the local note traded mostly lower, except that it rose vis-a-vis the Japanese yen. The ringgit was also traded mostly lower against a few ASEAN currencies, except for the Thai baht. It eased versus the Singapore dollar, fell against the Indonesian rupiah, and slipped against the Philippine peso.
And next in our foreign front, Hello Kitty Park in Tokyo closes for the day after terror alert. Now, a theme park in Tokyo featuring the Hello Kitty character closed on Saturday because of an emailed terrorist alert, according to the operator. The Sanrio Puroland Park said that it said on its website that they will be temporarily closed today, as they said they were unable to adequately ensure the safety of its customers, performers, and on-site staff at the time.
Hello Kitty, created by Sanrio Company and celebrating its 50th anniversary this year, is one of Japan's best-known cartoon characters. The mouthless cat-like figure, used to market everything from plush toys to aircraft, has been deployed by Japan's government to promote tourism and as an ambassador of cute. Public broadcaster NHK reported that police who investigated the theme park after it received the emailed warning did not find any suspicious objects. Meanwhile, authorities were trying to identify the sender of the email containing the alert. The indoor theme park first opened its gates to visitors from all walks of life over 30 years ago in 1990.
A group of French farmers stormed into a major Paris farm fair on Saturday ahead of a planned visit by President Emmanuel Macron amid anger over costs, red tape and green regulations.
Facing dozens of policemen inside the trade fair, the farmers were shouting and booing, calling for the resignation of Macron and using expletives aimed at the French leader. Macron, who was having breakfast with French farmers' union leaders, was scheduled to walk within the alleys of the trade fair afterwards. He cancelled the debate he wanted to hold at the farm fair on Saturday with farmers, food processors and retailers after farmers' unions said they would not show up. Farmers have been protesting across Europe, calling for better income and less bureaucracy, and denouncing unfair competition from cheap Ukrainian goods imported to help Kyiv's war effort. The Paris Farm Show is a major event in France, attracting around 600,000 visitors over 9 days.
Barcelona's Mobile World Congress Telecoms Fair is expected to attract 95,000 attendants, hosting global industry leaders, technology evangelists, the startup community, and others who seek to see the latest innovations in mobile connectivity and technology.
The MWC kicks off next Monday, but some companies like Honor and Xiaomi will begin to showcase their new products on the sidelines of the fair tomorrow on Sunday. GSMA Chief Marketing Officer Lara Dewar said that the main theme of this year is the future of the industry, with artificial intelligence, or AI, expected to play a big role in this year's edition. GSMA is an association representing more than 750 mobile operators and the organizing body behind MWC. Among others, CEO and co-founder of Google DeepMind Demis Hassabis and Microsoft's Vice Chair and President Brad Smith are due to take part in keynotes focused on AI during the event that lasts until 29th February. Alongside a suite of new gadgets, companies from around the world will be looking for opportunities to drum up fresh investment and lobby government officials. Still to come in sports, Ruud and Thompson to meet in Los Cabos Open finals. We begin with tennis. Defending champion Cameron Norrie beat local favourite Thiago Seyboth on Friday to go through to the semi-finals of the Rio Open. British second seed Norrie ran out a 6-1, 3-6, 6-2 winner over Seyboth to make it through to the last four, where he will meet Argentina's Mariano Navone, a 2-6, 6-3, 6-3 winner over Brazil's João Fonseca. Having lost just 2 games in his win over Thomas Barrios Vera in the previous round, Norrie picked up where he left off in the clay court. Norrie raced out of the traps, breaking Seyboth second and third service games and holding his own to take the first set in just over half an hour. Seyboth was strong enough to make use of a break point in the second and took the match to a decider. Norrie missed his chance to finish things off at the first attempt in the decider, burning 3 match points as his South American opponent showed admirable resilience in a seesaw exchange of winners. But he soon stacked up 3 more match points against the serve and converted the second of them as Seyboth's unforced error ended his fight after just 2 hours. And over in Mexico, Casper Ruud and Jordan Thompson will meet in the final of the Los Cabos Open after they both won their respective semi-finals on Friday. Ruud swept defending champion Stefanos Tsitsipas 6-4, 7-6 to earn his place in the final. Ruud is aiming to lift his second career hardcourt trophy, having triumphed at San Diego 2021. His 3 runner-up finishes on the surface came in significant 2022 championship clashes, the Miami Open, US Open and Nitto ATP finals. All of his prior titles have been earned at the ATP 250 level. On the other side of the draw, Australian Jordan Thompson caused an upset, beating top seed Alexander Zverev 7-5, 6-7, 7-6 to earn his shot at the title. Against Zverev, Thompson had 5 match points on his opponent's serve at 6-5 in the third set, but the German saved them all. Thompson broke away in the tiebreaker with 6 straight points. Zverev saved another match point, but Thompson served out the second. Ruud and Thompson will meet in the final at the Cabo Sports Complex later today. And that wraps up Malaysia Tonight. This time round, in our top story today, all improvement projects at national entry points ordered to be expedited. Till next time, I'm Mohana Priya. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Thank you for your company.